Hey guys, welcome back. Bryonato here again, and this is my tutorial for Effect and Cause Chapter 1. Effect and Cause, of course, is the first chapter in the Effect and Cause mission. It's pretty straightforward most of the time. There's just like there's a quite a bit of waiting in the middle, but there's a lot to talk about with the first and like second half of the level, I guess you should say, after the helmet and then after the zip line. So this should be a pretty quick run through. There's definitely like a bit of nuance to a couple sections. So I'll try to give everything to you guys as fast as possible. So first things first, when you start the level, don't hold forward. Like don't hold any direction when you start the level. If you hold forward when you start the level, and like you can like actually soft lock, like right at the very bottom. So don't do that. You can survive if you make it to the bottom, but generally speaking, don't hold forward. So when you first come through here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 3 slide hops to take me through. So I'm gonna go right, and then I'm gonna go, and then left is gonna take me through there. So I want to get myself lined up with the. I want to get myself lined up with the. Did they say 3 slide hops? I don't know. I might be stupid. I want to get myself lined up with the hole at the far end there, so I come out at an angle. It makes it easier to do this corner right here. So that's about how you want that to look. Okay, so I guess I'll jump to the sorry, I jump to the left, strafe to the right, jump, 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 and then I come through here. You have to be careful when you do cut this corner. There's a couple things you want to look out for. There's like a little like rock, or not the rock, but there's some sort of debris here that you can hit. I just call it the devil bump, and if you hit it, it shoots you directly to the right and you'll bonk right there. You got to be careful when you cut the corner too, because like this lip comes up and it's really easy to bonk it. So just generally be careful. Generally be careful. Okay, and I finally figured out what pattern I use. I'm a Dumbo. So I jump right, and I go left, right, left. And I jump again here, and jump again here. And then you're through. Okay, so once you get here, something you have to keep in mind is I'm on 100 FOV. Once again, I'm on 100 FOV. What I like to do is I like to stand about right here, and I get this little white thing at the edge of my screen. Get this guy at the edge of my screen right here. I'm gonna look about like right there, just kind of leftish of that little white thing. And so as soon as the time starts shifting, I'm gonna slide. So or not as soon as, but a little after the time starts shifting, I'm gonna slide and then wall kick off. So like time shifts, or as soon as time starts shifting, I wait maybe about like I don't know, like a half second or so. Then I do a slide and I do an instant wall kick, like that. So you can cut the corner pretty tight, and then after you do the wall kick, it's actually pretty it's pretty sick what you can do here. So cut the wall kick pretty tight. You can jump to the right and do another wall kick like that. Alternative ways through here, if you want to just like sprint right here and then do like an instant slide, that's fine. I've also seen I think Mask Out. I was watching one of his runs. He does something like this where he times it like that or something. I don't know. But I'll basically what I would recommend is either be sprinting right here and do an instant slide, or do the strat that I showed you. So you line up right here, slide, jump, and then you arc all the way around the corner, and you do a jump and then a wall kick right here. And then once you do this wall kick, make sure you fly over to these scientist dudes. The reason you go over to the scientist dudes is it's going to cause the time to kick to the next section. Right here, boop boop. That causes time to kick. I sprint at the door here, and then as soon as it switches to the next time, I do an instant slide hop straight out. And this route can be a little bit tricky. So from right here, you do slide jump, straight to the left, jump again, right, and then you do kind of like a tight corner. You'll probably lose some speed because you're strafing so tight. So you do a tight corner around here. Whoops, tight corner around here, and then you have to kind of like just shoot the gap straight through here. There's like 3 different like thresholds you're going through. So here, and then I usually like as soon as I get through this threshold, I do a double jump and grab the wall about right here. So all at once, it looks like about like that. That's about how it's supposed to look. If you want to, you can technically kind of like go like a bit farther in here before you grab the wall. that's fine too. But the reason I like to grab the wall at the very start is this room in here. There's like a huge invisible wall over the top of like the seating here. So you notice like if I jump here, for whatever reason, like I don't know, you just can't jump across this. I don't know, dude. Well, like respawn's weird, right? There's this like, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So for whatever reason, they don't want you jumping across the top of these. So the trick here is you get up here and then you just kind of jump and then strafe to the right, and just stick next to the wall for as long as you can. That's my advice for this strat. So here, 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 and then just stick next to the wall. So once you get here, there's a couple different strats you can do here. So over zero does a strat so that immediately when time shifts, he jumps here and then does like an instant slide hop in here, which allows you to go through there. You might find that this strat works for you. I personally am terrible at this strat, and it never gives me the lineup that I want for the next strat coming up, so I don't do it. Keep in mind, you might find differently. This is like one of the optimal. This is like one of the few optimal strats that like I don't do. So you jump here, jump again, like right as time switches, and you can kind of move through here. But I find that I come through here with like a bit too much speed, and it's hard for me to get a lineup for this hallway. And so I don't do this strat. This is like one of the optimal strats that I don't do, because what I do alternatively is like come down here, and I'll stand about right here and I wait for time to switch. And about like halfway, like right after Martyr says like, "Can I help you?" Time will start to switch again. You just like wait a brief moment, and you can double jump toward the fans here, like that. And so you can actually, if you're good enough, I mean, you can probably just like double jump through here and then start slide hopping immediately. But again, I have a hard time getting a lineup through here. So the lineup for this next section is in my opinion, really, really important. So right after time switches, I'm going to time my jump so that I get through here, and you'll figure that out with practice. There's no real visual cue for it. So you double jump through here, I land here, and then as soon as I land right here, I just jump and then I start a slide hop. So I land here, and then here. And then we're going to kind of arc out through the right, and I'm going to be basically through this hallway, I'm going to be chaining together wall kicks. So there's different things you can do here, and one of them uses rock boost and the other one doesn't. The strat I'm about to show you is pretty tough. You have to chain 2 3-frame wall kicks at the end. You can get like a minute. You can only get 1 5-frame wall kick for this to be faster, basically. So you need a 5-frame and 2 3-framers. So I'll do my best to showcase this here. So come up here. Wonderful. It's Doge 2010. Thanks for the follow, man. So you come here, here, straight to the left, and I missed my wall kick. So if I miss my wall kick, I'm going to come down here and do rock boost. It's like kind of like that's the backup. And again, I messed up rock boost. So this is why I like doing this strat. Let me see if I can hit it. So the key is you want to chain 3 wall kicks off the wall here. And in between each wall kick, you have to be using a specific strafe pattern to maximize your speed and distance. Here we go. So this is it. You see I'm making kind of an S pattern in the air. I land here. Okay, and that's basically it. So the trick to this is while you're hitting excuse me. Let me just do my quick save right here. When you're hitting these wall kicks, I like to normally hit this one. I like to get about like above these 2 planters for this first one. And then from here, I jump and I strafe left and then back right again, and then I do another wall kick. I want to land like kind of above this thing right here. Or not above, but in front of this guy right here. And then from this wall kick, I'm going to do the same thing, strafe right and then left. And I want to kick about like right here. I want to kick as far as I can off this wall, because if I do it, basically if I'm too far away, it's possible that I can head bonk. And it's also possible I won't make it to like one of these things down here. So hitting it at the right spot is important. miss the wall kick, and then I miss the wall kick, and then I go and do rock boost, which I'll explain in a bit. So hitting chaining the wall kicks together is faster than using rock boost by about a second. Though it is possible to use a strat where like you combine both. So you do this and then you do rock boost. This would be like the fastest strat. Though it's like really hard to hit rock boost at that angle. So it's just all about optimal strafe patterns as you go through here. That's the main thing. Here we go. Kick, strafe left, strafe right, right left, or I guess left right rather. Jump. So something to keep in mind when you're going at this speed is something to keep in mind when you're going at this speed is it's possible when you're coming down here to like land on one of these things before you hit the ground. And as soon as you hit the ground, you have to do like an instant jump. So you have to be really careful to kind of like thread the needle through here, because if you land on one of these, I usually find I can't react in time to figure out that I hit it. So I'll end up trying to time my jump on the ground and I just bonk right here, and you lose a fuck ton of time. So it's pretty terrible. Hey, little man SMG. Hello, Vinadium. So definitely a lot of nuance there. So assuming that you mess this up, let's say like you miss a wall kick or something, your best bet here is going to be doing rock boost. And so rock boost is a very particular strat. So with rock boost, you want to be trying to land kind of like on the inner, I don't know what you call it, inner third of this rock. You'll find there's certain sections of the rock that you slide on, and other sections that you just don't. So if you kind of like mess around here on your own time, you'll like find the sections that you slide. Like right there, I'm sliding, or like right here, I'm not. It's pretty finicky, but generally speaking, you want to aim like in this like inner third, or more like toward the bottom of it. You generally want to like avoid this whole area up top. This is like a guaranteed way to just like splat. So, oops. There we go. So from here, you want to land about like here-ish. There you go. And so you can see how it gave me like a pretty big speed boost.
There are distortions.
That is what rock boost looks like. So you come down here, aim kind of toward that near third. Boom, rock boost. You carry the speed across, like a really wide arcing strafe to the left. And I just like try and mash jump as I go up that little up that staircase there. It's a pretty difficult strat though. So it'll definitely take some time to figure out like where to land for it, but it's pretty neat if you can get it. Something to keep in mind right here, there's like the most annoying wall right here. There's like I would just call it like an oversight in the geometry, where like if you hit right here, you can't get past it. So if you're trying to like cut through here, you can just like flat out hit that. Or mantle on it or something, it's bad news.
I would accompany you, but
it's bad news, dude. So in your third, boom. Big wide arcing right strafe. Double jump here. Kind of like mash jump up that, and then you get there. It's possible to chain this like after the wall kicks as well, if you so please. You get kind of like an early wall kick here, and then you can do this. This is pretty fast, unless you fuck up rock boost. If you do mess up rock boost, you just have to try and recover it, bring it up here. So,
there are distortions throughout this facility.
Let's go grab the helmet, give it to BT, and then move on to the next section here. This guy despawns as soon as you grab the helmet. Wonder if he'll come up here. Yeah, now he's gone.
He may still be alive.
So we'll bring the helmet to BT. Best thing that I like to do here is I just double jump. I hold right and double jump off. Just slide down here, jump. BT is very particular about where he takes the helmet, by the way. Like, you have to normally like I try to stand like you have to be looking at BT and you have to stand like about like right here. If you're not standing here, like I know some people like to jump at him, but as you can see, like the jump can like disappear when you jump at him. So I just like to stand. My lineup is, I find this corner and then I just like kind of I move a little bit to the left. And you can see like I'm looking up and he won't give him the, it won't give him the helmet. So you stand here and like look kind of at his legs. That's where you give him the helmet. So now BT's going to talk for a bit. And while BT is talking for a bit, you should use this time to go up to where we're going to do the early zipline grab. So to get up there, you can just climb up here, mantle a bunch of stuff. I like to jump up here, and then usually like land on this lamppost, jump up here, and then we get right here. We're going to get up on this ledge, move a bit to the right. And so what's going to happen is BT is going to walk over here and throw the zipline. And so as soon as he throws the zipline, well, as soon as he's about to throw the zipline, he's going to show us his palm. So he's going to kind of like, he's going to do this thing where he does this kind of motion. And when he shows us his palm, we're going to double jump onto the wall. And then once we get a, oh sorry, by the way, the fast dialogue option here is V. V is the fast dialogue option, like right here.
What are we supposed to do?
So, fast dialogue option there is V. So right when he shows us his palm, we're gonna double jump, and then you have to jump like well before you get to that thing, or like well before you get to this little ledge right there, because it has an invisible wall that sticks out of it, and you might bonk it. So. I usually jump like about like right here, or sorry, right there. And then once you jump right there, you're gonna be aiming for you're gonna be aiming like a little bit to the right of this debris right there. So about like right there. That's kind of like the optimal place to aim. Jeremy, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, right, just a little bit to the right of that debris. That's gonna be the optimal place to aim. And you'll grab the zipline in midair. So,
what are we supposed to do?
V is the fast dialogue option. Let's see, where's my let's speed BT up a bit. So he's gonna show us his palm. So shows us his palm right there. Jump to the right of the debris, and then I just mash E. And as soon as I press E, I'm going to be using the X dialogue option too, because this section is actually tied to when BT finishes his dialogue. So, again, I know that was kind of like a lot. Reinstalling this game as we speak? Hell yeah, Jeremy. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Okay, let me speed BT up here. Quick save. Okay, so again, shows us his palm. I'm going to slow it down. So he's going to show us his palm right there. Jump at the wall. Jump away. Just a little bit to the right. Look up. Mash E. Then mash X. And you're in. That's that. It's a pretty simple strat. Pretty simple strat. So once you're down here, the best thing you can do is just wait. There's like some funky stuff you can do with the way that you can like abuse the way the level is built. Like right here, you can like melee various time switches, and you can kind of sometimes end up in that hole. But in any case, you're just waiting for the store to open, and you just sprint at it and run straight through the guys. That's it. So as soon as you run straight through them, double jump to the left, jump off this guy, land here, jump here, you're here. So in this section, there's a strat called Faster Than Time, where you can actually like use a frag boost through here to like cheat out the time switches through here, and that's really tough. It's so difficult that nobody uses it in ILs or in runs. It's just hard. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's really tough, and like getting through here at full speed is basically impossible, because this will happen. If you go too fast through this bridge, then like this happens, and you have to revert to checkpoint because you can't advance. So there's a strat called Faster Than Time that allows you to beat all that out, but it's just stupid hard. It's really hard. Nobody's using it right now. So if you can find a way to make it work, like, you're a champ. But for now, the way to do this is you come up to this laser mesh right here. And as soon as it swaps, you do a slide hop through here. Shoot these guys as the door opens. I do like one slide hop and then I move back and to the right here. Like right around, right to the, I just like kind of land right here and I jump again. And that basically makes, this is like the fastest way to get through the bridge without the bridge just like soft locking on you, more or less. So done in full, it looks like this. Okay, slide hop, great. There we go. You just slide hop through here. Make sure you shoot the Marvin. Don't head bonk on that. And that's that. And that's Effect and Cause 1. So a lot at the start of the level, just a little bit at the end, and nothing in between. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the Effect and Cause 2 video, which I will probably be wearing a different outfit because this is my last video of the day for recording because Effect and Cause 2 is really hard. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Peace.